Time to play ball. Roseburg baseball is coming up on The Score.
A line drive snagged out of the air at shortstop by Paxton Berg.
Don't miss any of the action this season. Subscribe to 1490 The Score on YouTube to catch every pitch.
And with a double at second, Danner Wirtz helping his own cause, gets Roseburg a run on the board.
Now, let's head to the field for the pregame show. Here's the voice of Roseburg High Sports, Joey Keeran.
College in the fall, majoring in civil engineering.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Champion Car Wash Field in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, as we get ready for Roseburg High School baseball here on Senior Day. It is a doubleheader against the North Medford Black Tornado. The Roseburg Indians wrapping up their regular season with this conference matchup. A big one here for the Indians today, and we look forward to bringing you the action here on The Score. Roseburg High School baseball is coming to you this afternoon. We'll have two games. Game one coming up in just a few moments after they acknowledge the seniors down on the field. The Roseburg Indians celebrating four seniors this year on the roster, and we will talk more about them throughout today's contest as we get through this one. But they are wrapping up their Senior Day festivities here at Champion Car Wash Field, getting those things started here just as we're coming on the air with you here on The Score. This is our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Roseburg and North Medford, they had quite the game on Tuesday, a single game that finished with 26 combined runs. It was quite the affair. We'll talk more about that with head coach Troy Thompson as we get ready for today's matchup. We've got our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview coming up with you here in just a moment. Want to remind you that today's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Head there and head to YouTube, search 1490 The Score. You'll find our channel there. Hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss another bit of Roseburg High sports here on The Score. And as we are starting to wrap up the spring sports season, looking ahead towards the summer, we of course will have coverage of Doc Stewart's baseball, American Legion baseball, coming up during the summer. And for any of our Medford fans that might be tuning in to watch today's action, we will have coverage when Roseburg is playing against the Medford Mustangs coming up during the summer. So keep the channel handy for summer Legion baseball action. All right, we are getting ready to go on what has been a bit of an interesting day weather-wise. We've had a little bit of everything, some windy conditions, some rain, some beautiful sunshine and warm temperatures. And right now it's a little overcast. It had been a little drizzly just a little bit ago, but it looks like we are clearing things up for the time being. Hopefully that'll be the case continuing forward. We'll have a word with head coach Troy Thompson when we come back. It's our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. We'll get into that when we return after our first break here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Final doubleheader of the regular season for the Roseburg Indians, and they're here at home for Senior Day as they welcome in the North Medford Black Tornado. It's time now for our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Joining us is Coach Troy Thompson. And Coach, well, we always quickly take a look back to where things were, and coming into this game, Tuesday was definitely something down at North Medford. Seemed like probably things kind of went a little haywire, and the script for that game for you guys went out the window pretty early with an injury, it looks like, for Danner that took him out early in that game. But just trying to make your way through when you get to a point like that, what's that like for the coaching staff to try and find a way to navigate through a game that kind of goes a little sideways early on?
Well, that was a great job, first and foremost, for our kids. That was an interesting adventure for sure, and not the way you draw it up. However, our kids did a great job of kind of staying the course and playing 7 full innings through the downs and through the ups, and then at the end of it all, you come out with the victory. Credit to them. Our kids stayed with it and did a good job with some changes that we had to make and some adjustments in our lineup and in our defensive alignment and people on the mound. So everybody that got an opportunity to came in and fulfilled that role and did a good job and led us eventually to getting out of there with the win. So a great effort really on Tuesday. Yep, they're not all going to be, how you draw it up or 2-1 type ball games, and that certainly wasn't. But to get out of there with what we got was a great tribute for our kids, a great thing for our club, and we'll certainly take it and move on here to doubleheader Saturday. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I think we've said many times before that going to North Medford, it seems like there's always something about that trip down that direction. So you guys do come away with the win, and as we get ready for things here today, I look over there, and it looks like you guys seem to be back at full staff, at least have everybody dressed down. Obviously, there was some concern about Danner after leaving the game there in the top of the second. Just how are you guys feeling about where things stand with the team here today?
Well, we're as healthy as we're going to be today, so that's all we can ask for, and that's all we can go with. So kids that have had some owies and some injuries and some things to deal with have done a good job the rest of this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, getting the treatment with our trainer, with Lindsay, and she does a great job, and we're lucky to have her. So they were able to work with her and put themselves on a chance to get back out here today and hopefully go full speed and have a chance to play in a couple ball games here today. So that's all we can go on. We're doing the best we can with what we got, and hopefully our health, we can maintain it through this doubleheader here today and into next week and what comes after that. So that's the best we can do, and the kids have done a great job of, like I said, maintaining themselves and trying to get any injuries they may have, some nagging things that have been hanging on, get themselves better and put themselves in the best position to be successful, and hopefully that's what happens here today.
And the nice thing for you guys after today, you do have a little bit of time to maybe heal up a little bit more as you guys gear up for hopefully the postseason run that you want here coming up. Looking ahead, I know we've got 2 games here today that we got to get through and that you guys are focused on. But what is kind of from the coach's mindset the plan for next week with a week of no games before the playoffs? How do you guys plan to approach that when you guys get to that point?
Well, we get to that point, we'll take some time for ourselves. And like I said, those nagging injuries and some things that we have to deal with, we'll deal with them. The goal at that point is to get yourself ready to play a baseball game on Monday, because once that starts, as you and I have talked through the years, it's a 1-game season at that point for everybody that's left playing. And to play well enough to put yourself in that spot is always a goal and always a challenge to get there. And if we do what we need to do here today, we can put ourselves there and have that opportunity. So we'll take care of next week when next week gets here and work on that. But we're not going to try to reinvent anything at this time. We just need to come out here today and play the best we can here today against, once again, a very good Southern Oregon Conference team and a league doubleheader in North Medford. So it's right here in front of us here today. Fortunately, we're at home. We always enjoy that. And if the weather could kind of make up its mind between the clouds and the rain and the wind and now the sun, we'll take the sun for sure. But to be at home and a chance to play a league doubleheader here is always a great opportunity for us, and hopefully we can take advantage of it here today.
And we are here at home to wrap up the regular season, which means today you guys will take some time to acknowledge the 4 seniors they have on this year's roster.
Yep.
Just taking a moment here to kind of acknowledge them and get your thoughts on this year's seniors class.
Yeah, our senior class includes Amos Bowers, Paxton Burke, Riley Cheney, and Brady Popkin. All 4 have been in the program all 4 of their years in the high school and have done a great job coming up through. You know, a couple of them played freshman JV and into varsity baseball, and a couple of them played, 2 or 3 years of varsity baseball here. So we spent a lot of time with these players, and they spent a lot of time with us too. So what they've added on the field has been tremendous, and each one of their roles has been different, obviously, but they've filled them very well and done a great job, and they're all good teammates and good people, and we've enjoyed having them. You know, it's kind of one of those bittersweet times of year when you get to this point, and your regular season's coming to a close, and hopefully there's some playoffs ahead of you. But in the back of your mind, you know that, it's no longer March, and it's not in the middle of the season there in April, and you're kind of coming toward the end of it. And like I said, bittersweet, and knowing that you're going to lose some kids that you've had for a long time in your program. You're excited for them, and you're extremely thankful that they chose to spend their time with you or with your program in the baseball world. And you're excited to see what's going to happen for them as they move on to, college or work or playing baseball in college or whatever their path may lead them. It's an exciting time for them, and we're just proud of them and lucky to have had them in our program here for the time we've had them. And we hope they've had a good experience here and can move on from here when it does end with a positive light and a lot of positivity heading toward their future.
Well, we look forward to talking more about this year's senior class throughout today's broadcast, and we hope to see some good results for them out there. Coach, thanks so much for the time here in the pregame.
Thanks, Joey.
That is Coach Troy Thompson on our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Bowers Industrial pregame interview. We'll be back after 2 minutes here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
First batter for North Medford in the top of the first inning, shortstop, number 1.
Welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field as we get ready to go for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. With that wraps up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, and it is time for the top of the first inning. It'll be Benny Morgan to lead things off for the North Medford Black Tornado, facing off against Danner Wirtz. He was the starting pitcher on Tuesday before exiting the game early with an apparent injury. He is back out there to start for the Indians here today. First pitch, a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Mason Young will field, throws to first. Staying on the bag is Brady Popkin, and we are underway on the first pitch of the ball game. Grounding out is Benny Morgan. One away. We will take a look at your starting lineup for the North Medford Black Tornado here in just a second as we get this one underway. Your Southern Septic Service starting lineups here today. Up to bat is Braden Poff. He'll take low for ball one. Braden Poff starting in center field here in today's action. The 1-0 pitch misses low again for Wirtz, and he's behind 2-0. Danner started, pitched 1 inning against North Medford on Tuesday. This is breaking ball, catches the zone for strike one. Then he was the leadoff batter in the top of the second for Roseburg. Got to a full count and a check swing or a foul ball, full count pitch. And apparently some back issues have been giving him trouble throughout the years, and it flared up on him, and they ended up pulling him out of the game. He's got a 3-1 count to Poff. Poff will hit one towards center field. It's going to carry right to Christian Corba, the center fielder. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup for the North Medford Black Tornado. Benny Morgan, the shortstop, led off, followed by the center fielder Braden Poff. Brady Patterson is the catcher, batting third. The pitcher, Quincy Ballard, bats cleanup. Cade Pedersen at first base, hitting fifth. Reese Thompson at third base, batting sixth. Hitting seventh is Colston Staller, the left fielder. The right fielder, Connor Roush, will bat in the 9 position. As a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Brady Patterson, the catcher. An 0-1 count to start for him. There's a strike called, and he's behind 0-2 in the at-bat. The bottom of the lineup, Connor Roush in right field, and then Kyson Scheid, the second baseman, rounds out the starting 9 for North Medford. Just outside on the 0-2 pitch for Wirtz. 2 away, nobody on base. The left-handed hitting Patterson. A 1-2 count. It's in the dirt for a 2-2 count. So that's your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the North Medford Black Tornado. The ball fouled down the third base side, staying alive for Patterson. Southern Septic Service, from residential to commercial. They've got your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and portable toilet rentals, grease trap cleaning as well. Southern Septic Service, woman and veteran owned, and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. Pitch outside, full count now for Patterson, the 3-hitter. He's right on top of that inside chalk line. And outside for ball 4 by Wirtz. A walk with 2 outs. Patterson will get on safely as Quincy Ballard, the starting pitcher for North Medford, will get the chance to bat. First pitch is fouled off his front foot. Smacked him right on that inside edge of his front foot there. Definitely not a pleasant place to get smacked by a baseball. 0-1 count here to start for Ballard. 2 down and a man at first. Takes a breaking ball from Wirtz outside, a 1-1 count. Take a look at the Roseburg defense when we get a chance. That might come in the second inning for them, but we'll get you a run through things out there defensively for the Indians. Pickoff throw to first base is not in time. Just outside, and Wirtz will fall behind. 2 balls and a strike here against the 4-hitter. Got the first 2 outs fairly quickly. He issued a walk to the 3-hitter. He falls behind here against the cleanup batter, another lefty in Ballard. He'll hit one right side. It's going to drop down in front of Fletcher Coleman. Up to second base goes Patterson. He'll hold there. They respect the arm of Fletcher Coleman out in right field. And a 2-out single for Quincy Ballard. Has runners at first and second for the North Medford Black Tornado. A little break in the action here as Coach Wolf has got a question for home plate umpire Dan Bachmeyer. Let's take a look at your starting lineup defensively for the Roseburg Indians. Behind the plate is Amos Bowers. Out at first base, Brady Popkin. At second base, Mason Young. Left side of the diamond, A.J. Black at third. Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield from left to right, Nick Ruiz, Christian Corba, and Fletcher Coleman. 2 down, runners at first and second. The 5-hitter, another lefty. This portion of the lineup definitely heavy on the lefties. Cade Pedersen, the first baseman. 1-0 count. Wirtz will deliver that one over the inner half of the plate at the belt for strike one. Out at second base, you've got Brady Patterson. Being held on by Paxton Burke, the shortstop behind him. Breaking ball misses. It's a 2-1 count for the 5-hitter. Ground out and a fly out to start things off. Got quick 2 first outs for Danner Wirtz, but he's been laboring here. He throws to second base. It's not quite in time. Behind the plate today for us, Dan Bachmeyer calling balls and strikes. At the third base side is Garrett Satfield. And on the first base side, Austin Stone, our officials here today. Just outside, the count goes 3-1 against Pedersen. So Danner Wirtz working from behind against batters so far here in the first inning. A 3-1 pitch with 2 outs and 2 on. And Wirtz will step off and circle the mound. The sophomore coming off of a heck of a freshman campaign last year. Been a good year for him, but I think there's been some growing moments for him as a pitcher out there on the mound. The 3-1 misses inside, and he will walk the bases loaded. A walk, a single, and now another walk, and the bases loaded with 2 outs for North Medford as they look to try and jump on things early against Roseburg. Tuesday, we saw a game that was 15-11, Roseburg with the victory. It was a back-and-forth affair that featured a lot. It's a breaking ball, called a strike on the first offering now to Reese Thompson, the third baseman. He had a heck of a game. Reese Thompson had 2 hits, drove in 3 runs for North Medford back on Tuesday. He'll ground one third base side, picked up by A.J. Black. His throw across the diamond to Brady Popkin is on target with plenty of time, and that'll get Roseburg out of things here in the first inning. So a little bit of traffic out there, but the defense helping Wirtz get through it. We'll head to the bottom of the first. We'll come back and look at the Roseburg starting lineup here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Bottom of the first inning, a scoreless ball game. Taking a look at your starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians here in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Head coach Troy Thompson in his 24th year will put together a starting 9 with Paxton Burke leading off at shortstop. Fletcher Coleman, the right fielder, batting second. Christian Corba in center field will bat third. The pitcher Danner Wirtz batting cleanup. A.J. Black, the third baseman, bats fifth. At first base, hitting sixth is Brady Popkin. Nick Ruiz, the left fielder, bats seventh. Amos Bowers at catcher is batting eighth. And the second baseman, Mason Young, will round out your starting 9 for the Roseburg Indians. Taking a look at the defense for North Medford. Behind the plate, Brady Patterson, Cade Pedersen at first, Kyson Scheid at second. On the left side, Reese Thompson at third, and Benny Morgan at short. And the outfield from left to right, Colston Stoller, Braden Poff, and Connor Roush, your starting defense, as that is a look at your Southern Septic Service starting lineups in today's ball game. They will help out their starting pitcher, Quincy Ballard, the lefty. First pitch of the game, batting right-handed, is Paxton Burke. He skies one up into the suddenly bright afternoon sky. And it goes to third baseman, Reese Thompson. Fly ball out on the first pitch of the ball game for the Roseburg Indians. So one away for Quincy Ballard, the left-hander. He will work against the lefty Fletcher Coleman, who will take high and inside for ball one. Quincy Ballard, a freshman. Miss low, 2-0 count. Only freshman on the varsity roster, at least that I had initially, for North Medford. The 2-0 pitch is just under the letters for a strike on the inside corner to Fletcher. The 2-1. Ball smacked out towards right field. It gets past the second baseman, Scheid, and drops into shallow right center for a base knock for Fletcher Coleman. A one-out single for the Indians. That ball, initially I thought for sure was getting by Kyson Scheid at second base, but he looked to have a better chance at that than I thought he was going to have. It was just out of his reach as it goes towards the shallow outfield grass, and there's a man on for the Indians with just one out. Christian Corba, first pitch, grounder, left side, backhanded stop at short, but can't make the play for Morgan. He knocked it down on the infield, was going to have a tough throw across the diamond to try and get Corba. That'll be an infield single. The ball did pop out of his glove at the last second as he was trying to pop up to make the throw to first. Nice job by Morgan to get to the ball on the wet turf out there. Utilizes the slide. Got to that baseball, backhanded it, but as he tried to pull it out, it just popped out of his hand. So back-to-back singles for the Indians, and they've got runners at first and second with just one out. It'll be Danner Wirtz looking to help his own cause, batting in the cleanup spot. First pitch from Ballard, out in front of it, fouled off. Strike one for Danner. Danner, as mentioned before, started in the game on Tuesday. He was on the mound, saw 7 batters in the first inning. As the runner going, they've got the double steal on, throw down to third base, not in time. And up to second base goes Christian Corba as Fletcher Coleman pulls a Paxton Burke type of move. Steals third. Double steal. Corba to second. Coleman on at third. It's a 1-1 pitch. That ball lifted high in the air, but not very deep to left field. It is the shortstop Morgan calling for it. He makes the catch, and that's not going to be deep enough to drive in a run. 2 away. Danner had the right idea, just didn't get enough of it there. The launch angle high enough to possibly drive in a run, but it needed to be further into the outfield, out in left. 2 away, it's A.J. Black looking to try and come up with a big hit for the Indians. He takes the first pitch for strike one. At third base, Coleman. Out at second base is Corba. Ballard. A little indecisiveness behind the plate on the ball or strike call. It's high for a 1-1 count. Indecisiveness with the check swing there. Initially, it looked as if Black was going to go around after that pitch high in the zone. He held up. The 1-1 outside. 2 balls and a strike. So to finish the thought there about Danner Wirtz, just recapping Tuesday's action, he was out there for 7 batters in the first inning and then was the leadoff batter in the second inning as a pitch high, 3-1 count to A.J. Black. He got deep into his count, a foul ball to make it a full count, and he came out after that. A.J. swings through the 3-1 pitch on the low outside corner, and he's got himself a full count. So glad to see the Danner's back out there, and he's made it through the first inning of pitching and batting. 3-2 pitch, strike three. Watched it go by. A.J. knew it. And Ballard will get himself through the first inning. Leaves 2 runners in scoring position. Strikeout to finish it out, and we are through 1. It is scoreless between Roseburg and North Medford as we head to the top of the second on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Top of the second inning, scoreless ball game. It'll be Stoller, Roush, and Scheid. Your 3 batters due up here for the Black Tornado. Facing Danner Wirtz. Colston Stoller in left field. First pitch swinging. It's a ground ball right towards A.J. Black. He tosses across the diamond, and there's one away. So far, North Medford, well, not everybody, but a lot of guys aggressive early in their at-bats. This is the second consecutive inning that North Medford will have 1 pitch and 1 out to get things started. Connor Roush, the eight hitter in the lineup, will take high for ball 1. Roush starting in right field. Hits one towards left field, and it drops in. A little bit of a late slice towards the foul line. Tracked down by Nick Ruiz. The relay throw back in from Burke. Trying to catch Roush on a big turn at first on the single. Throws over. Brady Popkin came off the bag to make sure that ball was received at first base. Second hit in the game for North Medford. A runner on with 1 away.
Batter is the second baseman, number 5, Kyson Sheed.
Kyson Sheed, the 9-hitter, fouls off the first pitch. Great to see folks joining us on the online video stream and commenting in. Thanks for the compliment there, Professor Tom. Appreciate it. Maybe we'll cross paths again down there in Medford at some point. The 0-1, ground ball up the middle. Mason Young knocks it down, dribbles it to the bag, and Paxton Burke is able to grab that baseball at the last second to make the out at second base on a ball. Hot shot up the middle, knocked down by Mason Young. And they get the force out of Roush at second. A little bit of a scramble to grab the baseball as it rattled around out there by the bag, and Burke was able to get it in the glove. So trading places there, 2 outs. And still a man at first as Scheid trades places with Roush. Kyson Scheid at the dish, the 9-hitter. Top of the order is up to bat. The runner was going. Ball is hit in the air out towards center field. Carrying on Christian Corba, but the freshman will backpedal underneath it to retire Benny Morgan. The leadoff man up to bat for a second time in as many innings. And he will commit another out. So a man left aboard for North Medford in the top of the second. They've left 4 on base so far in this one. Both teams with chances, neither able to capitalize so far. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It is a scoreless ball game, Roseburg and North Medford. Game 1 of a doubleheader on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Brady Popkin will lead things off for Roseburg. Takes a strike to get things started from Quincy Ballard. The left-handed freshman delivers inside a 1-1 count as we welcome you back for the bottom of the second. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Brady Popkin, the senior, starts his day with a single to left field. Popkin does what he continues to do. He has just been a guy that when he gets his opportunities, he continues to hit and hit well. Comes in batting .308 on the year, and he gets the base knock there. In his last 6 games, he's hitting .388. Man on at first on the third hit of the game for Roseburg. Up to bat will be Nick Ruiz, the left fielder. He lays down a bunt, trying to move the runner up. It'll be the catcher that can't make the play. Patterson bobbled it, tried to barehand it. Ballard and Patterson both converging on the baseball, and it seemed like maybe a late decision. Patterson calling off the pitcher to field that baseball, and he tried to barehand it and just bobbled it. So everybody's safe.
Next batter, catcher number 11, Amos Bowers.
On at first base will be Nick Ruiz. A sacrifice bunt attempt, and then I guess an error maybe. They show a bunt again. Amos Bowers trying to move the runner. Popkin out at second base. At first base, Nick Ruiz. Playing in at first base as Bowers shows the bunt again. He'll push it down third base side. Third base is going to be wide open. Coming in, the throw to first, and not going to get it there to get the out. Covering second or first base was the second baseman, Kyson Scheid. He got pulled off the bag on the throw as he got there a bit late. They will bring in Dylan Gregory to run at first base, and the Roseburg Indians have the bases loaded. Another sacrifice bunt attempt. And I guess another error on that one on the throw by the third baseman, Reese Thompson. And it'll prompt a visit out to the mound for the coaching staff for North Medford. Coach out there to have a conversation with them to talk about how they want to approach. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the first. It started with Brady Popkin, a single to left field. Popkin is now 8 for 19 in his last 7 games, and that's not a full, complete 7th game. Came into today in his last 6 games with 7 for 18, batting .388, had 4 RBI and only 1 strikeout in that stretch. For a guy that's not in the lineup every day, it's a heck of a job done by the senior Brady Popkin.
Next batter, second baseman number 2, Mason.
He got the table set here in this second inning with the leadoff single, followed by a sac bunt attempt by Nick Ruiz. He gets on safely. And then the same for Amos Bowers. And now it's Mason Young, the 9-hitter, fouls off the first pitch. Oh, 1 count for Young. He'll take for a 1-1 count. Ballard gets a ground ball towards short. Got a chance to score a run, and they will. And the throw to second goes into right field. 1 run comes in, coming to the plate. The throw not in time to get Ruiz, and we've got 2 runs that come in for the Indians here in the second. A ground ball chopper. Mason Young was going to drive in 1 run on that infield ground ball to short. They were going to try to get the double play and seed a run coming in. But the throw to second base by the shortstop, Benny Morgan, went wide of the bag.
Roseburg shortstop number 7, Paxton Burke.
So that allows Dylan Gregory, the courtesy runner for Amos Bowers, got into second base safely. Scoring was going to be Popkin. Then Nick Ruiz was able to come in on the throwing error for the second run of the game for Roseburg. Nobody out still as Roseburg continues to put the pressure on here in the second inning. It's Paxton Burke. He'll line one to left field on the 0-1 pitch. They're going to hold Gregory at third base. Up to second goes Young. On safely with his first hit of the game, the senior, Paxton Burke. And Roseburg has him loaded again, already leading 2-0 with nobody out, and we're going to get some activity brewing in the bullpen for the Black Tornado. First pitch, strike one here to Fletcher Coleman. Bases are loaded. I think by my tally, 3 errors in this frame for North Medford as a breaking ball low, 1-1 count. Fletcher gets underneath the ball to center field. Might be enough. Gregory tagging at third. Catch made by Poff. His throw in will make it to the mound before it's cut off, and scoring easily is Gregory on the sac fly. So Fletcher Coleman, the first out, but he does the job and gets the sac fly to center field, drives in a run. Everybody else held behind on the play. So a run comes in. It's 3-0 Roseburg in front here in the second inning. Still just one out as Corba, the 7th batter, up to bat. Corba already 1 for 1 today with a single to right field. Takes the first pitch for strike one. Sorry, he had a single on the infield to shortstop. Takes a strike at the knees on the inside corner. And he's behind 0-2. Christian Corba's been hitting well in his freshman season. Great to see. The 0-2 pitch, and a look back to second base by Ballard. 3 runs have come in so far. The first 5 batters all reach base for Roseburg in this one, here in the second. 3 errors by my tally on the board for North Medford. Outside on the 0-2 pitch, couldn't get him to chase. Christian Corba comes into today, batting .302 in his freshman campaign. He'll hit one left side, and there's another base hit for him. It's another multi-hit game. Heading around, coming to score is Mason Young. The throw goes to the backup man. The catcher was nowhere near the plate. Thompson didn't hear that they wanted him to hold. He threw it to the plate. It was a good throw to the plate, but nobody was covering at the dish. Thankfully, the pitcher, Quincy Ballard, was there to back it up, and the throw goes to him. A base knock for Christian Corba, drives in a run. Holding at second base was Burke. Coming in to score from second base was Mason Young. So still runners at first and second for Roseburg. Only one out still. It's now 4-0, Roseburg in front. An 0-1 pitch to Danner Wirtz after a swing and a miss. Wirtz flew out to the shortstop in left field his first time up. Pickoff throw to second base, not in time. It's Burke back in safely. So he had a hit already today for Christian Corba. Now he's got 2 hits in this game. That will extend his hit streak. He's now had a hit in 8 consecutive games. As a strike taken by Danner Wirtz. Coming into today, that 7-game hit streak, Corba was hitting 11 for 24. That is .458. Not too shabby for the freshman. Danner off the end of the bat, stays alive on the 0-2 count. Wirtz is the 8th batter to come up to hit here in the second inning for Roseburg. And unlike back on Tuesday when both teams had big innings that sent pretty much the entire lineup to bat, it's been Roseburg putting the ball in play here in this one. Swing and a miss by Wirtz for strike 3. 2 away. Back on Tuesday, we had a couple of big innings, a 10-run inning for Roseburg, an 8-run inning for North Medford. And in those 2 different frames, or a lot of walks. As a pitch high, ball 1 to A.J. Black, who struck out looking in the first. In fact, on Tuesday, we saw a total of 19 walks between the two teams, 3 hit batters, 7 errors. It was not sharp baseball. It was a pitch high and away. A.J. Black ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Ballard will get him to swing and miss on a breaking ball that disappears low. 2-1 count. Runners at first and second. Roseburg with 4 runs in here in the bottom of the second. Check swing. And the ruling comes from the home plate umpire. Strike 2 on the swing and a miss. There is a right-hander throwing for North Medford in the bullpen. 2-2 pitch. There goes Burke, and swing and a miss. The strikeout at the plate will finish off the inning before Burke gets to third. Second strikeout in the game for A.J. Black. 3 punch-outs in this one for Quincy Ballard, but Roseburg sends 9 hitters to the plate here in the second, and they will score 4 runs to take the lead against North Medford. We head to the bottom of the third. The Black Tornado looking to try and respond here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio, consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth. To expand your portfolio, consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back for the third inning. First pitch, a breaking ball for strike 1 from Danner Wirtz as he faces Braden Poff, the 2-hitter in the lineup. Roseburg leading 4-0 on top of North Medford. Pitch gets away from Wirtz, goes behind the head of the hitter, and Poff has a 1-1 count. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Wirtz tries to work the inside corner again, and this time kicking his feet out. And jumping back out of the way, Braden Poff, a 2-1 pitch. He'll hit one off the handle. Playing back on the one hop, Burke throw to first, rifles it over in time to get the first out here in the third. Burke initially thought about charging in to try and catch that one on a line drive, but it was a soft liner. He wasn't going to get a chance to get there, and he plays it back on the hop, able to get it out of the glove quickly and make a strong throw to first for the out. One away, Brady Patterson. First pitch, ground ball, right side. It'll go between first and second into right field for a base knock. Patterson will have his first hit of the game. He's on base for a second time. Reached on a walk in the first inning, but was left stranded at third. So 1 runner aboard. Quincy Ballard will bat. He had a single to right field. Runner at first. There's a pickoff throw over to first base. Checking, but not there in time. Sun keeps dancing in and out behind the clouds overhead. Looking at about 50 degrees here in Roseburg. It's pitch low, 1-0 count to start. Let's take a look-see. Let's refresh the page. 55 degrees in Roseburg. So a chance for maybe a few more showers here to come through the afternoon. As a shot hit ball towards first, picked off by Brady Popkin, tags the bag for the double play. That'll finish off the frame as Brady Popkin at first base makes a fantastic stab to finish it off. The double play for the senior at first. He dropped down to a knee to make this play. Makes the catch. Boom. and then goes to first for the twin killing. What a play for Popkin. He's having a nice day at first base, and the Indians will have a 4-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Some good defense to finish off the top of the third inning there. Brady Popkin. Now can he get it started with some good offense? He'll hit one off the handle, foul, and a nice play made by the catcher, Brady Patterson. Didn't have that one in the camera, unfortunately. Brady Popkin pops out to the catcher, who makes a sliding catch as he goes towards the Roseburg dugout on the third base side. Patterson makes the basket catch, sliding on the shin guards, right in front of the on-deck circle for the Indians. So one away. Nick Ruiz will bat. He reached on an error in his first at-bat. He takes high and away for a 1-0 count. Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Strike taken on the outside corner. 1-1 for Nick. So we've had some web gyms so far in this one. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Ruiz behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Roseburg and North Medford starting the day tied. Both teams 13-10 overall on the year and 9-7 in league play. As a pitch low, 2-2. So they are completely even in the records after 23 games. It's a 2-2 pitch to Ruiz. He takes high up above the letters. So this series will determine between these two teams where they finish in the league standings. A strike 3 called on the inside corner, 2 away. Nick Ruiz watches it go by. Ballard has his 4th strikeout in the game.
Batters number 11, Amos Bowers.
3rd, 4th. Could even finish 5th for Roseburg. It's a strike on the inside corner from Ballard, who seems to be settling in. That ball is out towards right field. Not very hard hit as Bowers will fly out to the second baseman. And that will finish it off, a 1-2-3 inning for the North Medford Black Tornado in the bottom of the third. 4-0 is the score as we will head to the top of the 4th inning. Roseburg and North Medford here in Game 1 of a doubleheader on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Headed to the top of the fourth. Roseburg and North Medford, always a fun matchup between these two teams. Good rivalry battle between the Indians and the Black Tornado. Danner Wirtz on the mound will face Cade Pedersen, who will ground one right side in front of it. Nice job by Mason Young, sidestepping his way to get in front of that one, going to his left. Is able to get in front. And that'll retire Pedersen instead of trying to play it off to the side, not square it up. Mason Young just kept hustling over and over and over until he was able to square it up and get in front of it. This time, a first pitch swing and a ground ball through the left side for Reese Thompson. Thompson will have his first hit of the day. Fourth hit in the ball game for North Medford. 1 out, 1 on. Thompson continues his strong hitting against the Indians from Tuesday's game at Jim McAbee Field. So we're talking about the possibilities. Roseburg could finish anywhere from 3rd to 5th in the league standings here today, and that factors in tiebreakers. First pitch, strike one from Danner. Facing off against Colston Staller, the left fielder, who's 0 for 1 in the game with a ground out. Wirtz with his 0-1 pitch. Gets one to pop up back behind home. Bowers might have a chance at this one. He will, and he makes the catch back behind home for the second out. Balls like that typically end up on the roof, but that one stays playable back behind home for the catcher. And Bowers tracks it nicely. Didn't even need to toss away the mask. Makes the catch. There's 2 away. Connor Roush will bat the right fielder.
Number 4, Connor Roush.
Roush will pull one towards left field. Charging in, Nick Ruiz makes the catch on the run. And it's a quick one there for the Indians defensively. A single hit by Reese Thompson, the only man to get aboard. He is left stranded at first. It was a quick top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Mason Young leads things off for the Roseburg Indians. 9-1-2 hitters coming up here in the 4th inning. A 4-0 lead for the Tribe. 1-0 pitch from Quincy Ballard, pulled towards third. Thompson stays down on it, has the throw across the diamond in time. Pulled Pedersen down the first base line and into foul territory, but he is able to make the adjustment, stay out of the way of the runner, and that'll retire Mason Young to get things started here in the 4th inning. That is now 6 consecutive batters retired for Quincy Ballard after facing 9 men in the 2nd inning. First pitch fouled away by Paxton Burke with 1 out and nobody on. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Off the end of the bat for Burke for strike 2 as he fouls it away first base side. Roseburg sent 9 hitters to the plate in the 2nd inning. Some poor bunt defense really helped out. The Indians were able to get runners aboard and keep moving them around as a ball poked right side. The second baseman over the top throw by Scheid gets it to first base in time to retire Burke. There's 2 away on a couple of groundouts. Burke now 1 for 3 on the day. Fletcher Coleman a single in his first at-bat, sac fly in his last at-bat. Steps up 1 for 1 in the ball game. Fletcher takes high and away for ball 1. The junior be one of the top guys returning next year for Roseburg for sure. So he'll take a strike at the top of the zone, 1-1 count. Celebrating the 4 seniors on the roster for Roseburg here today. Ground ball right side, another one to the second baseman Scheid, who fields and gets it to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ballard. So the Roseburg Indians in back-to-back innings go down 1-2-3, and we will head to the top of the 5th inning. It's still a 4-0 game. Roseburg in front. All 4 runs coming back in the second. We'll head to the 5th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Top of the 5th, 4-0. Roseburg in front. 9-1 two-hitters coming up for North Medford. Kyson Scheid leading off. He'll take a strike on a breaking ball from Danner Wirtz. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. Pitch bounces in front of home. 1-1 count for Scheid. Roseburg softball in action today. They need 1 win to finish in second place in the Southwest Conference this season. North Medford clinched the league championship with their win on Tuesday against Roseburg. It's the 1-1 pitch, pulled foul, third base side by Scheid. Right now, it looks like it is 4-2. North Medford leading Roseburg in the 3rd inning. They're at Roseburg High School, the softball field back behind Finlay Field. So North Medford in control at the moment. The fastball misses outside. 2-2 count for Scheid. Roseburg needs 1 win to finish in second. 2 wins would also put them in second place. If they get just 1 win, they'll finish technically tied for second place in the league standings. If Roseburg does not get a win today against North Medford, they would finish 3rd in the league standings. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Powered it by him. Scheid swings through for strike 3. First strikeout in the game for Danner Wirtz. 1 away. Top of the order coming up. Benny Morgan is 0 for 2 in the game. He'll bat for the first time since the second.
Number 1, Benny Morgan.
Morgan has grounded out to second and flown out to center field. Breaking ball misses low for a 1-0 count. North Medford, of course, punching their ticket. They're already into the postseason. They've already clinched that league title. They'll be definitely a team to watch in the postseason. There's a pitch low and outside. 2-0 count for Morgan. Tuesday's victory was a milestone for North Medford and their softball program. It's a 2-0 delivery. Lifted out towards the alley in right center. A long run here for Corba's not going to get there. That ball carries all the way to the wall. Heading for third is going to be Morgan. He hit that ball a mile. It just hung up in the air, and Morgan easily makes his way all the way to third. One of the deepest parts of the park there in the alley, and that ball just kept carrying and hung up there forever. That is a well-smacked ball. First hit of the game for Benny Morgan. So he is on at third base with 1 out. It'll be Braden Poff to bat. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Roseburg leading 4-0 here in the 5th inning. Best scoring chance in a while for North Medford. First pitch, strike one for Poff. But Tuesday's win for North Medford, the 1,000th victory in the program's history. It's an 0-1 pitch. Misses low and outside. Kind of impressive there. 1-1 count for Danner Wirtz to Poff. Fastball fouled away for strike two. But not being the league champion, Roseburg, more importantly really for the Indians, besides where they finish in the league standings, is trying to get their RPI number up. And so winning against North Medford would be very big for the Tribe to try and earn themselves a home playoff game in the first round. Right now they are right on the bubble at number 16 in the power rankings to start the day. Slapping at a ball, poking it in the air right side. It gets down in the bullpen, out of play. Stays a 2-2 count here for Braden Poff, who's been behind on the fastball from Danner Wirtz. Roseburg baseball starts the day at number 21 here today. There's still a lot of games to be played before the final rankings will freeze on May 21st, but Roseburg hoping to climb the rankings just a little bit as a liner to left field will drop in. There's a base hit for a run. Poff had been behind and on hitting to the opposite field and everything, and just sticks the bat out there and pokes one to left field for a single, and that'll easily drive in Benny Morgan for the first run of the game for North Medford.
Batter number 14, Brady Patterson.
Still just one out. Back-to-back hits. First time North Medford has had multiple hits in an inning. They've had one hit in every inning for the first four. Put up 2 hits here in the fifth. Low and inside, ball one to start things off against Brady Patterson, the catcher, who is 1 for 1 in the game with a walk and a single. Pickoff throw to first base. Back in safely will go Poff. 32-team bracket. You pretty much need to be 16 or better in the power rankings to try and earn yourself a home playoff game. There's a pitch outside, 2-0 count for Patterson. Roseburg at number 21 on the baseball rankings. They definitely far enough away that it doesn't seem likely for them to raise enough to get themselves into the top 16. As a pitch outside, 3-0 count. Getting a bit breezy out there as it feels like the weather system is blowing through once again as dark clouds are starting to move in overhead. That breeze starts to affect our center field camera out there. As a pitch outside, 4 straight pitches outside the zone. Patterson will earn his second walk in the game. Wirtz had not walked anybody since the first inning. That's his third walk total. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And the wind is really starting to pick up out there. First pitch, a breaking ball, misses low. We're going to switch to the other camera for the time being. Not sure if some rains have started to come down, but boy, it's really getting blustery. Folks grabbing jackets as it cools down a bit. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball that disappears on Quincy Ballard, the pitcher. Freshman batting in the cleanup spot for North Medford. North Medford started the day at number 25. They seem to be in good position to make the playoffs as an at-large team, no matter how things go here today. As a pitch low and inside, 2-1 count. We're obviously these two teams battling to try and get one of the final automatic qualifying spots out of the Southwest Conference. Top 3 teams get an AQ spot in the postseason, but even if they don't get an automatic qualifier spot, they seem to be in good position to get a spot as an at-large team. Ball fouled away, 2-2 count for Ballard. Two balls, 2 strikes with 1 out and runners at first and second for the Black Tornado. Wirtz misses low and inside. I mean, it's hard to tell right now, but there's that's how much the wind is blowing around out there. It is really moving things out in center field. As out to the mound goes Amos Bowers for a quick conversation on a full count pitch coming up. Winds have picked up. Dark clouds have moved in overhead. Doesn't seem to be currently sprinkling at all, but that center field is getting blown around out there. 3-2 pitch. Off the hand, soft liner towards second base. Everyone will get back to the bag in time to tag up as making the catch. Second baseman Mason Young there to make the play. Quincy Ballard, he was the guy that had the sharp line drive right at Brady Popkin at first. That had a double play to finish things off in the third. Almost had another one for him there. 2 away, and up the bat will be Cade Pedersen, first baseman. Bounces one in front of the plate. Wirtz missing low for a 1-0 count. Hopefully the winds will die down for us here in a bit. A 1-0 pitch. Wirtz works it in for a strike. Willamette and Sheldon could possibly finish tied for first place in the Southwest Conference. They'll both be in the postseason. They've already clinched their spots. As a 1-1 pitch. Hit well out towards right field, going back. That one to the wall. It is off the base of the wall. 1 run has scored. A second run coming to the plate. It's not going to get a chance to throw it to the dish in time. A 2-run double for Cade Pedersen. Off the wall in right field, and it is a 1-run ball game here. North Medford back into this one. A double deep to the right field wall by Pedersen over the head of Fletcher Coleman out that direction. And it's 4-3. North Medford has battled their way back in this one. A 2-out rally here on the double by Pedersen. He clears the bases. Scoring from first was Patterson. Poff came around from second to come in to score. Runner out at second base. Reese Thompson up the bat. He is 1 for 2 in the game. He'll slap one foul down the right field side. Definitely feels like it could be drizzling out there. Yeah, the rains have started to come down just a bit, coming in a bit sideways too with the wind blowing through. National Weather Service said that rains are supposedly going to be hopefully wrapping up by 2 o'clock. I think we were expecting things a little sooner than this. As a pickoff throw to second base, back in goes Pedersen. We're expecting things to be a little nicer by mid-morning, but the weather has kind of hung around. It's a 4-3 lead. Roseburg in front here in the top of the 5th. 0-1 pitch just off the corner on the breaking ball. Over at Roseburg High School, the Indians have tied it up. It is 4-4 in the bottom of the third as the Indians square that one up. Still just 1 out with a runner in scoring position for the Tribe. A 1-1 pitch from Danner. That ball to right field. On the run into foul territory. Reaching grab made by Fletcher Coleman to finish off things here in the top of the 5th for North Medford. Would have been a foul ball, I believe, if it had not been caught by Coleman, but he gets to it just at the line. 3-run score for North Medford on 3 hits, a couple of extra base hits in the frame, and it is a 1-run ball game as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
First pitch to Christian Corba's in for a strike as he leads things off for the Roseburg Indians here in the 5th inning against Quincy Ballard, who has found a bit of a groove. A slow tapper right side, getting to the bag in time will be Corba. His 3rd hit in the game, an infield just dribbler down the right field side towards right field there. Second baseman charging in. Kyson Scheid tried to barehand and get it to first all in one motion, and he just did not have a chance to make the play. And Christian Corba's had a couple of infield singles, and that's his 3rd hit in the game. He's got the leadoff man aboard for the Indians. Welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field on what has been a day weather-wise that has featured a lot. And right now it's featuring the worst of it with some drizzly conditions, blustery and cool winds blowing through. Tanner Wirtz showing a bunt. He will take a strike on a breaking ball in the outside corner. You look at that first base camera there. If you were watching online with us, it is drizzly over there for sure. 0-1 count. A pickoff throw to first base. Gets away. And no, we've got a balk call. So instead of the throw going away, it'll be a balk that puts Christian Corba at second base. The freshman on the mound trying to throw out the freshman at first base. And got ruled for the balk there. So Ballard will have a runner at second base in less than ideal conditions for baseball here. It was blustery down in Medford on Tuesday as well. Swinging away, that ball gets out of play for Danner. Down in Medford, it was just a constant wind. We were in a wind tunnel down there. It is stormy here today in Roseburg at the moment. The 0-2 pitch. Wirtz will take low and inside. Corba out at second after his infield single, and then a balk puts him into scoring position. Nobody out so far here in the bottom of the 5th. Wirtz gets one high in the air out towards left center. Drifting back is Poff. He sets up underneath, makes the catch. Corba tags but decides not to try and advance. There's one away. It'll bring up A.J. Black, looking to try and snap a streak of back-to-back strikeouts. Corba on base. He was the last Roseburg batter to reach base against starting pitcher Quincy Ballard. A ball fouled away by A.J. Ballard had retired 8 straight batters before that infield single by Corba. I'll look back to check on Corba at second base. Today's game brought to you by First Choice Health Insurance, your trusted team for all your insurance needs. A swing and a miss, strike 2 for Black. That is First Choice Health Insurance. 0-2 pitch coming up for Ballard. Dribbler back up the middle. Might have been knocked down by Ballard for a second. And at shortstop, unable to make the play cleanly is Morgan. It was going to have to be bang-bang at first. Maybe Ballard might have gotten the tip of his glove to touch the baseball as it went dribbling by the mound. Might have slowed it down a little bit, making the play a little bit harder for Morgan. I would say a base hit for A.J. Black on that one. I don't know if Benny Morgan was going to have a chance to make that play to get the out at first. As a throw down to second base goes into center field from Patterson. They had Black trying to steal second with runners on the corners, and A.J. Black will end up at third as Roseburg scores a run on the throwing error. First pitch to Brady Popkin was ball 1. A.J. Black tries to steal second. The throw goes into the outfield, so he gets to third, and that throw getting away allows Christian Corba to score easily. So another error for North Medford. And Roseburg adds a run. Just one out, a 1-0 pitch outside to Popkin, a 2-0 count. Winds have started to settle down just a bit for us. Still blowing around as Popkin will lift one in the air towards right field. Might have a chance to drive in a run. Out there, Roush makes the catch, tagging, heading for home comes Black. The throw, cut, and the relay not in time. So Brady Popkin continues to be effective at the plate, drives in a run with a sac fly to right field, and Roseburg puts 2 runs back on the board after giving up 3 in the top half of the 5th. 2 away, nobody on base. It's 6-3. Roseburg back up by multiple runs after North Medford cut it down to a 1-run advantage. Nick Ruiz will bat with nobody on base. He's 0 for 1 in the game. He'll ground one foul third base side. I have Medford down for 4 errors in the ball game here today. It doesn't always jive with how they keep the score down in the dugouts, but that's what I'm going with as a pitch gets away. 1-1 count. Base hit here to start the 5th inning for Roseburg. The Tribe up to 6 hits in the ball game. Got Medford for 7. Pitch inside. 2-1 count for Nick Ruiz, batting in the 7th spot. Down just below the knees. And Ruiz has himself a 3-1 count. On the mound, Quincy Ballard takes a moment to resettle himself in. The freshman back on the bump. He had been throwing strong for the last couple of innings, but the Indians are able to get to him here in the 5th. After scoring 4 runs against him back in the 2nd to take the lead. 3-2 count as the pitch called strike 2 to Nick Ruiz. He'll draw ball 4. That is a walk with 2 outs to Nick Ruiz. And that is the first walk issued by Ballard.
Batters number 11, Amos Bowers.
So the Indians will get a man back on base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Amos Bowers will stand in. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Sack bunt that he reached on with an error in the 2nd inning. Takes outside, a 1-0 count. Game 1 of our doubleheader. We'll have Game 2 coming up about 20 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1. Pickoff throw to first. Back in goes Ruiz. In between games here today, just so you know, we will take some time to honor the seniors. We kind of weren't on the air as they were doing the Senior Day festivities. Pitch high, 2-0 count. We were coming on the air right as they were wrapping up the Senior Day festivities. So we'll take a moment to honor this year's seniors in between games. We will let you know what they have currently set for their future plans once they graduate here coming up this spring from Roseburg High School. Shocked to know that graduation right around the corner. Feels like it always sneaks up on us. Today's game brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue. That's McClendon Smokehouse. Out to the mound is Coach Brett Wolf for a conversation with his team. Today's game also brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. Game 1 of this twin bill. Umpqua Riverhawks baseball, they have their season on life support up in Linwood, Washington, taking on Edmonds College. Game 2 of a best-of-3 series. Riverhawks lost on a walk-off yesterday. They nearly rallied to win Game 1 of that best-of-3 series. But right now they are down 10-2 against Edmonds in a game they have to win. It's a swing and a miss for strike 1 here to Amos Bowers. They're in the bottom of the 5th in that game. And down big for the Riverhawks. Pitch off the turf. 3-1 count for Bowers. 6th hitter up to bat for Roseburg here in the 5th. Bowers sends one in the air on the infield. A couple of players calling for it. I'm not sure anybody knows. Oh, the shortstop didn't know where that ball was, it seemed like, Benny Morgan. But tracking it all the way, Kyson Scheid was there for the catch, and that will retire the side. For a moment there, I thought that ball had gotten lost in this afternoon hazy, overcast day. But the Black Tornado make the play to get out of the inning. 2 runs come across for Roseburg. They are on top 6-3 as we head to the 6th inning. Game 1 of our doubleheader on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Six to 3 our score. Roseburg in front of North Medford in Game 1 of today's Twin Bill. Still on the bump for the Indians will be Danner Wirtz, the sophomore. See if that center field camera has settled in just a bit with the winds maybe dying down some. First pitch, ball 1, a little high. With the breaking ball to Colston Stoller, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game. 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0 count. Again, you can watch today's game. If you're tuning in on the radio or listening online, you can watch today's game on YouTube. Search 1490 The Score and follow the action with us there. Ball lifted towards left field. Ruiz goes out, now comes back in, and Nick is there for the catch to retire Stoller. Beginning things here in the 6th inning. 1 away. It'll bring up Connor Roush. 1 for 2 in the game with a single to left in his first at-bat. First pitch off speed for a strike. Roush sat there and contemplated that pitch a couple of different times before it hit the glove. The 0-1 from Wirtz. Ground ball fouled on another breaking ball. Strike 2. Danner's 0-2 pitch. Bauer sets up outside. Gets the strike call on the corner to wrap things up. In the at-bat against Connor Roush, he goes down looking. Just the second strikeout in the game for Danner, 2 away. It'll bring up the 9-hitter, Kyson Scheid. He was a strikeout victim in the 5th. Scheid will take low and outside for ball 1 to get things started. Other matchups today in the Southwest Conference as we wrap up the league season. Sheldon's at South Eugene for their doubleheaders, a pitch in for a strike. Yesterday, Willamette swept their doubleheader against Grants Pass, 15-1 and 7-3 to finish out the league season as the ball fouled back by Scheid, 1-2 count. Grants Pass is right on the bubble of getting into the postseason. They start out today ranked number 31. They're hoping that they can stay in the picture as an at-large team. 32 teams make it into the playoffs. At 31, they are right there on the bubble. Two-two pitch. Strike 3, a breaking ball, drops it in the bucket. Scheid didn't have a good read on that one. He goes down looking. 3rd strikeout in the game for Danner Wirtz, and it'll wrap up things here in the top of the 6th. Roseburg gets through, and they hang on to that 3-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Bottom of the sixth, first batter, Mason Young.
9-1 hitters coming up for Roseburg. Mason Young starts it off with a strike at the knees from Quincy Ballard. Starting pitcher's going deep in this one. It's a check swing by Young. He couldn't keep the hands out of the way. It's fouled off down the first base side. Ballard at one point looked like they were going to possibly pull him, and he has stayed in the game. There's a ball slapped right side. It'll get down. Mason Young, leadoff single. Tracking it down. Connor Roush out there able to cut it off. Nice job for Roush to make sure that ball didn't get by him and allow Mason Young extra bases. So opposite field single from Mason. Gets on base with his second hit in the, actually make that his first hit in the game. He had a fielder's choice RBI back in the first. That was actually back in the second, I should say. One runner on. Top of the order. Paxton Burke will take outside for a 1-0 count. Burke is 1 for 3 in the ball game. The Roseburg senior came into today batting 400 on the nose as he fouls one off. Paxton headed off to Lewis Clark State College to go play for the Warriors. 1-1 pitch, fouled back. Again, we'll be talking about the seniors and going through the Senior Day festivities in between games coming up for you, so stay tuned for that. A 1-2 count. With nobody out and a man at first, Burke hits one out towards center field, but dead center, drifting back. Underneath it is Poff. One away. Back to first base goes Mason Young. Burke reached base back in the second on his only hit of the game. That keeps his on-base percentage pretty high. He has now reached safely in 22 of 24 games for the Roseburg Indians. Fletcher Coleman's also been on base a lot as he hits one high in the air out towards right center. That ball is carrying. Poff squares it up. Drifting back, he makes the catch as he tumbles to the ground. If Mason Young had tagged up, he easily could have advanced, but because that ball's so deep, he was almost all the way to second with a possibility of that ball getting down. Fletcher Coleman hit it well, but not well enough to get over the head of Braden Poff out in center field. Back to first base goes Young. It's not a play that you normally would see a guy trying to tag and advance at first base, so don't fault Mason on any of that. But it could have been a possibility there for him. Christian Corba 3 for 3 in the ballgame. He's driven in a run. The freshman swings through for strike one. 1-1 count. Fletcher Coleman, he's been on base once in this game, so that keeps his on-base streak going. He has now reached safely in 18 consecutive games and has reached base in all but one game this season for the Indians. Was hoping to get on base with a big hit there in that last one. Runner was going on a 2-1 pitch. It is popped up in the air, right side, playable, and Connor Roush is there to make the catch as they will get Christian Corba for the first time today. Roseburg, a leadoff single. They can't do anything with it. No runs on the one hit, no errors. One man left on base. We head to the seventh inning. The Indians leading at 6-3, 3 outs away from a victory in Game 1 of our doubleheader on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Top of the 7th inning, Danner Wirtz out trying to finish this one off. Great to see that Danner has been able to get this deep into the ball game after exiting in the 2nd inning on Tuesday with a back flare-up. They weren't exactly sure where he might be in this one as he fires a breaking ball in, gets a swing and a miss out of Benny Morgan, the shortstop, leadoff batter in the lineup. Top of the order here for North Medford as they try to rally back. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, foul, third base side. So it's good to see that Danner, after having to leave the game early on Tuesday, able to get into the 7th inning here in Game 1 of this twin bill. He's got an 0-2 count against Morgan. He'll poke one right side, not very deep, and a catch made out in right field. A sliding catch made by second baseman Mason Young. Robs away a hit on a Texas leaguer by Morgan. He had a triple in the 5th inning. They got the scoring started for North Medford. They got back within a run, but they're robbed away a hit, did Mason Young. Sliding over the shoulder catch by the second baseman. One down. First pitch low and outside for ball 1 against Braden Poff. Nice defense out there here in the 7th inning for Roseburg as they try to close out the Game 1 victory that would clinch the series. The 1-0 pitch in for a strike, 1-1. It has continued to drizzle here through the later stages of Game 1 in our doubleheader. Ball fouled third base side. So a bit of a weather that they've had to battle through. But they've not had any rain delays so far in this one. As ball fouled back for strike 2. Braden Poff at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Had the RBI single in the 5th inning after the triple by Benny Morgan. Pitch misses outside. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Danner Wirtz. 2-2 pitch. That ball lifted towards center field. Not very deep. Coming in with the raindrops coming down. Christian Corba makes the catch. He had to make a late adjustment there. I thought at first that he was going to be in a perfect spot, but it looked like he had to charge in late to get to that baseball. Makes the catch, 2 away for North Medford. Brady Patterson has been a dangerous guy all day. 2 walks and a single. He will step up to bat. Low and inside, ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. And by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. The 1-0 pitch is in for a strike. Also want to thank Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. 1-1 is fouled away. Clips Amos Bowers behind the plate. And they'll give him a moment, which gives us a second to let you know today's game also brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Getting the weather update on the video stream that down in Green they were getting hit by another squall. I like that term. And so I guess we should continue to expect things to stay a little wet here. As a ground ball right side, this might do it. Mason Young over to first base. Brady Popkin there to get it. And on the mound, Danner Wirtz pumped up that the Roseburg Indians will get a 6-3 victory in Game 1 of the doubleheader. That will clinch a series win for the Indians. They will look to try and get a clean sweep with Game 2 coming up in about 20 to 30 minutes here on The Score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the top of the 7th. We'll take a 3-minute timeout here, and we will come back with all the numbers of Game 1 for us here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Back here at Chippy and Car Wash Field as we wrap up Game 1 of today's doubleheader. The Roseburg Indians get a 6-3 win on top of North Medford. Roseburg improves to 14-10 overall on the year. They are now 10-7 in Southwest Conference play. For North Medford, they are 13-11 on the year and 9-8 in the Southwest Conference. With a win for Roseburg, that at the moment they will. If they can sweep, they will be third place outright in the Southwest Conference. If they split, they will be tied for third, but they would have the tiebreaker against North Medford, so they would be the third seed for playoff seeding purposes. Not that that really means a whole lot when you get to the grand scheme of things, but Roseburg, with that, I do believe that means they have clinched a berth in the playoffs for sure as an automatic qualifier. Their power ranking the way it was, they most likely were in the playoffs anyways, so not a lot of drama with it, with the whole power ranking and at-large stuff, but the Roseburg Indians have taken away any sort of the mystery around it, as I do believe they have clinched an automatic berth in the postseason, as they can finish no worse than third in the conference, and they've got the tiebreaker to be the 3 seed, which would be an automatic berth in the postseason. So congratulations to Roseburg. Not that we were worried about them making it to the playoffs on Monday, a week from Monday, but now it sure does seem as if that is a foregone conclusion. with the win. Hopefully Roseburg will help bump up their power ranking a little bit with the playoffs looming and can try to get as good as a matchup as they can possibly get when the playoffs roll around 1 week from this coming Monday. So as it looks here, the numbers, 3 runs on 7 hits, 4 errors in the game for North Medford, and they leave 6 men on base. Roseburg, 6 runs on 8 hits in this one. I did not have the Indians down for an error in this contest, and they leave 6 men on base as well. Getting the victory, Danner Wirtz, after leaving the game early on Tuesday against the Black Tornado and not staying in that game past the first inning or the top of the second when he was batting. He comes back out here, and it was really good. A little bit shaky early, but he got through it. It gives up 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts in this one as Danner will improve to 6-2 on the season with the victory. On the other side, impressed by Quincy Ballard. He had a tough inning in the second, but bounced back and was really sharp through the middle innings of this one. The freshman goes 6 innings, allows 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He didn't get a lot of help from his defense with 4 errors out there, but Ballard looked pretty decent. He'll be one to watch going forward for North Medford, the Black Tornado. But Ballard will take the loss in this one, pitching the complete game. Roseburg scored 4 runs in the bottom of the second to take the lead. There were some errors in that helped them out. But driving in runs, a sac fly for Fletcher Coleman. Christian Corba had an RBI single and a RBI fielder's choice for Mason Young in there as well. Roseburg leads at 4-0 all the way through the 4th inning. North Medford would get back within 1 in the 5th inning. A 1-out triple by Benny Morgan got him on base in scoring position. He would come in to score on a single by Braden Poff, and then a walk to Brady Patterson would put a couple runners on. A line out to second. Got him the second out, but then a double by Cade Pedersen, and that would score 2 runners for North Medford, that 2-out double to make it 4-3. But Roseburg responded quickly. They put 2 runs up in the bottom of the 5th inning to get it back out to a 3-run lead, and that was thanks to an error, helped 1 run score, and then a sac fly drives in another. So Roseburg wins it 6-3 here in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Offensive numbers, Benny Morgan 1 for 4 with a triple and a run scored. Braden Poff was 1 for 4 with an RBI single and a run scored. Brady Patterson goes 1 for 2 with a single, also 2 walks and a run scored. Quincy Ballard was 1 for 3 in this one with a single in his first at-bat. Cade Pedersen was 1 for 2 with a 2-run double and a walk. Reese Thompson 1 for 3 with a single. Connor Roush was 1 for 3 with a single to left field. And Connor Scheid got on base once with a fielder's choice, but also struck out twice in the ballgame. On the other side for Roseburg, Paxton Burke, 1 for 4 in the game with a single. Fletcher Coleman was 1 for 3 with a single, a sac fly in there as well. Christian Corba goes 3 for 4 in the game with 3 singles, a run scored, and an RBI. Let's see here. A.J. Black was 1 for 3 with a single. Brady Popkin goes 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a sac fly for an RBI. Nick Ruiz was 0 for 1, reached on a sacrifice attempt and reached on an error there. Ended up coming around to score. He also reached on a walk. Amos Bowers 0 for 2 in the game. He reached on a sacrifice bunt that he got on with an error as well. And then Mason Young was 1 for 3 in the game with an RBI and a run scored. That is a look at how Game 1 played out here. We got Game 2 coming up, and we will have a conversation about this year's senior class for the Roseburg Indians. When we come back, we will get a chance to kind of talk about the 4 seniors on this year's club, what the future currently looks like it might hold for those young men, and what they've meant to the program here over the last couple of years. So stay with us. We'll talk about this year's senior class when we come back, because we're in between games here. Game 1, a victory for Roseburg. Game 2 coming up. We'll have the Roseburg Disposal pregame show for Game 2 when we return. And that is Roseburg Disposal. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. If you are watching the live video stream with us online, we are going to end the Game 1 broadcast. We will take the time on the commercial break to get the Game 2 broadcast up and running so that you can catch our little segment about all of the seniors here coming up. So head back to our YouTube channel and find the Game 2 broadcast. We'll have that starting for you momentarily. If you're watching on 541radio.com, refresh the page here in a little bit. And when the Game 2 broadcast goes goes live, it should pop up there for you as well. All right, folks, that does it for Game 1. Thanks for tuning in and joining us. I'm Joey Keeran. Game 2 of our broadcast going to be coming up in just a bit, and there's some blue sky starting to poke out, so hopefully that's some good signs for our weather conditions going forward. Roseburg a winner, 6-3. Back after this quick break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.